Well, this week marks 60 years since the world's biggest band landed on Australian shores, and it sent Beatle mania exploding through the streets of Melbourne, Sydney, Adelaide and Brisbane. A new book with never-before-seen images and interviews from that moment in history has been released for this anniversary as everyday Aussies look back to.
Beatles have just arrived and are about to set foot for the first time in our country.
The Beatles bursting into Sydney in June 1964. Piling onto the back of a truck, they braved wild weather to greet even wilder fans. It was their first taste of Beatlemania in Australia.
What do you expect to find here in Australia?
Australians.
And there was plenty more to come.
Thank you very much, and good evening.
As the band played 20 shows in 13 days in 4 states.
Come on, come on, come on, come on, baby, now. Come on, baby, come on and work it on out.
It was literally like a cultural force that was happening.
Greg Armstrong and Andy Neil spent 2 decades combing through historical records from the tour, releasing a book to mark the 60th anniversary.
When they came out, they were just so enduring, and that they took off in England, and we got them at the exact right time in Australia.
The band first hit the stage in Adelaide, where more than 300,000 people lined the streets for their arrival.
So that's a third of South Australia's population for a pop group from Liverpool.
And local retailers tried to cash in on the craze.
Advertising Beatles shoes, Beatles clothing, wigs even, and nylon stockings for girls.
At that stage, one of the Fab Four was missing. Ringo Starr arrived a few days later after being delayed by illness.
This is idol of the moment. They've been waiting here all night for him. Ringo Starr.
Have you missed the other boys being
Yeah, it was terrible. I haven't half missed you fellas if you're watching, or if you do watch.
The bandmates were back together in Melbourne.
Listen to that roar!
Waving from the balcony of Town Hall as fans desperately tried to catch a glimpse. The excitement leading to a crowd crush outside the Southern Cross Hotel. Geoff Putnam watched the chaos from the sidelines.
It was almost like royalty. It was a bizarre situation, and I think the Beatles themselves were a bit overawed.
The university student had camped out all night to get tickets to see them play at Festival Hall.
Our seats were quite close to the front, so yes, we could hear them singing, and they were very good. I think 9 songs, half an hour. That was it, all over.
And then the rock and roll circus rolled on.
I was only 8 years of age, but Mum had organised for us to go and see the Beatles, and it was just so exciting.
I thought it'd be a wonderful opportunity for her, because I just thought they were phenomenal. I had the big fur coat on and the silver black hairstyle, so...
We've got a photo here, Mum. That's what she wore.
When Val James took her daughter Karen Nielsen to see the band in Sydney, the schoolgirl couldn't resist joining the screaming teens in the crowd.
I jumped up on the seat and started dancing as well, I think much to Mum's surprise.
I didn't hear anything. Everybody stamps their feet, everybody screams. They were just standing there with their mouths going open and shut. That's all you can say.
While most of the hotels the Beatles stayed in Australia are long gone, there is one still standing. This red brick building in Potts Point, Sydney. This is where the band appeared on the 8th floor balcony as hundreds of fans were screaming below. And that's just one of many memorable moments from the winter of 1964. The one and only time the Beatles came to Australia. Fiona Willan, Sky News.